What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Good afternoon. That's what I say for the Ultimate Raider fan. What's going on with you, Spence? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I think we're good. I think we're live. I think everything's going well.
I had our stream up on my other monitor just to see.
Yeah,
it sounded good.
Fine, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Shout out to the soon-to-be crew that comes through. I don't know, man. I think because of the new way that I've been streaming, I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know, but people are coming through. You see them. Sacktown, Raider Mike in the building. How does everything sound, Sacktown? Let me know, man. We good, bad, indifferent? I think we should be fine. Might have some problems with those Instagram people, but, you know. We like for you guys to come over to YouTube anyways. It's so strange, man. Yeah, it's like none of the analytics are taken right now. I wonder if it's because of the way that I'm running it. You know what I mean? I can't tell. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. In any event, man, you watching the Celtics game?
I am not at the moment. They winning?
Let me see. They are not, man. Dallas is winning 93-75 in the third quarter with 2 minutes left.
Wow.
Yeah. And they are at home, too, in Boston.
I think it's the first time, if they win that game, it's the first time that Kyrie will have won a game in Boston.
Yeah.
He left.
8:05 Raider in the building.
We get time.
What's going on, my guy? Yes, sir. Sacktown. Appreciate you, man. I needed to hear exactly that, man, because you know how this technology stuff goes sometimes. I can never know if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. Stuff is never showing up, these days based on the things that I've been trying to get going. So we're going to figure it out. Either way, I see Wifey joined on Instagram, so if she can't hear, she should be able to type. Yeah, and that was the other thing, Spence. You should be able to say something in Instagram. I do understand what
I can never figure it out. So
yeah, you have to play around to get the chat back up so that you can actually, say something. Man, your guy's running and gunning right now, Jalen. It's not looking good. But excuse me, I digress. Man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. There's just a lot to talk about tonight, man. Where do we even begin? I mean,
you want to run down the trade deadline?
Yeah, right. The trade deadline it is, you know what I mean? What, how many days left?
It's done. It was over this afternoon.
That's right. It is over.
The last trade that was recorded was Marcus Smart being sent to exile in Washington.
That's right.
Poor guy. I wish the Celtics could have saved him from that fate, but yeah, we're kind of stuck. We can't do anything. So
yeah, I mean, so how rude are we, man? Just for the people that actually may be off planet Earth, if you will, right? Let me go on ahead and run this down, man. You got Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, that's the biggest one, right, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to be talked about for ages. You got Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors. Man, we're going to be talking about all of these things, man. I mean, right? Couple of pieces here and there. Some say irrelevant. Some say, hey, good pieces to fit the puzzle, if you will, to get what you need to get done. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
You got Chris Middleton to the Washington Wizards. Right?
To join Marcus Smart in exile.
Exactly right. You got Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors, right? New Orleans Pelican forward.
Played this year.
Huh?
Ingram style. I don't even know if he played this year.
Right. Exactly. Oh man! And then last but not least, at least on this list that I have right to discuss, is De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs, a hometown guy. Well, I mean, hometown to us, being that we are in Austin, right? San Antonio is right down the street.
Yeah, and on the smaller side, the Mavericks pulled off another trade yesterday, bringing in Caleb Martin from Philadelphia.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good get. I don't know if that quite makes up for trading Luka, but we'll see.
Hey, so I mean,
I think they think it will.
Right.
I don't know if the rest of the West is going to agree with them.
Right. Well, you said it. I don't know. If
some of the Boston guys, like sports media, are thinking that the Mavericks might win the West.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well,
I feel like there's a lot of misplaced faith in Anthony Davis.
Really? You think is it due to injury? What is your
all of the above? Like, he's great when he plays.
Yeah.
The problem is like the injury history is bad.
Yeah.
And he was motivated in LA. I don't know if he's gonna be motivated in Dallas.
I mean, yeah. No, I agree.
He was playing for his hometown crowd,
Right. Sam Thompson in the building. I haven't seen Sam in a while, man. Good to see you, boss. I hope everything is well, man. Appreciate you for joining this show. Hope you enjoy it, man. Yeah.
Sneaky trade too. DeAndre Hunter from Atlanta got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's right. You did
for Karis LeVert. And who was the other guy? Their big man off the bench shooter. But yeah, he was. I
know you're talking about.
It was two solid players that they lost in that trade, but Hunter's younger and better.
Right.
So it's one of those deals where the one is better than the sum of the parts. So
pretty much. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's just got to be given a little bit more time. So for the ones that are listening and watching, hold on, let me see what we got. Sam, how about them Lakers? Got to have the big man play big. Yeah, and obviously Spence, a lot of these guys that are Raider fans, they're Laker fans too, right? Anything on that side of the world. Yeah.
It would make sense.
Exactly. And it's all good. I mean, I don't have any loyalties right now. I'm done. I was done with basketball after Jordan retired. I'm just going to be real honest up front. That was my team. And I knew I wasn't going to ever see anything like that again. But what
do you mean? LeBron's not the best player of all time?
Don't get me started. It's not even.
I'm so tired of that argument.
Yeah, it's
all these Gen Z people
right
telling me that LeBron's the greatest player to ever walk the earth.
It's not even worth having the conversation.
They better be quiet. Jordan's gonna put his shoes on and come out there and
exactly right.
Whoop LeBron at 60.
Exactly, the big bad boogie man. Black Jesus is coming out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for the expansion team, ladies and gentlemen. I won't even lie.
Of course
I'm waiting for my Las Vegas whatever
Mavericks?
team. Yeah, right. Las Vegas Mavericks. Shout out to my guy Nico.
That's a conspiracy theory. I can't buy that though. You would want Dallas is one of the major media hubs in the country. That'd be pulling a team out of New York or LA. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, the only reason it doesn't make sense is because you're looking at it from that perspective. If you're looking at it from a cold hard business, right? Transaction / hey, I can get the quote unquote casino that I want. and we're really raking the dough, it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense, right? Because
I know the ownership group are casino owners, and I know that but at the end of the day, the board of governors has to approve that,
right,
right?
right,
And
it's not happening.
I just don't see it.
Not in Texas.
Not pulling out of Dallas.
No.
You know, I mean, if we're talking about like Oklahoma City, one of those smaller markets, something like that, I could, you know, like I don't know, it's like Orlando.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Those fans are horrible.
I wholeheartedly agree, man.
Or yeah, Orlando should be a good fan base, but I mean, Florida's pretty terrible for pro sports. They don't really support their teams very well. Miami only when it's good. Like, you go back and watch video from the years when the Heat struggled. There's nobody in the stands.
Nobody. No, I recall. I remember. Absolutely right.
So, I mean, I agree with you. Vegas is going to have a team sooner than later. It's just a question of who.
Yeah.
Right? Unless maybe they'll just create 2 new teams.
I thought it was supposed to be the Seattle Supersonics team. That's what I thought.
But they're already out of Seattle. I heard Seattle and Vegas were going to be the 2 expansion teams.
That they get new team, right? Yeah. But I thought somebody might move, maybe. Wow, look at it.
I don't know. I've heard it both ways. But I mean, I don't know.
Right.
There's only one team left in Canada, so maybe Toronto.
That's it.
Now that we've threatened to take over Canada. maybe they don't want to do basketball.
Shout out to crazy Trump. Yo, Trump is a wild man. Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting 4 years.
Interesting is an understatement. We are definitely not turning this into anything political. I can assure you of that. We're keeping this straight on sports, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know, man. Your team is struggling right now.
I'm watching the
Max Christie. See, I got to get back into it. I won't even lie. I haven't watched
24-point lead in the beginning of the 4th.
Yeah, that's wow. 10 minutes left. They're down by 21. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What did y'all have?
Tatum's not playing bad. Brown's not playing bad.
Jesus. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Irving is having a pretty good game.
Other than the
Thompson's
trade.
going crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not
11 of 17.
11 of 17. Yeah, that is going. Woof. Dallas.
Yeah, Clay's going nuts.
And Kyrie, right?
Kyrie's okay. I mean, he's not doing anything.
He
just 14 points.
He just hit it. He just hit a 3.
Dante Exum's got 15.
Jesus.
Christie's got 14. 25 from Clay. 14 from Kyrie. So they're getting just a balanced effort from their team.
Right. I mean, could that possibly be due to the trade? I mean, it's clearly way too early. It's way too early. But
it is.
Yeah,
Spencer Dinwiddie has 20 points.
See, and that's what's so, man.
Najee Marshall's got 15. Max Christie's got 4. That's a shocker. Max Christie's got 14.
So, I mean, there's not many people watching. It doesn't matter. People will hear this and start to trickle in, and they'll understand where I'm coming from with this. Trap God is in the building. What's good with you? So check it out. Look, man.
They're insanely hot. That's the sum, Terrence. They're insanely hot. They're shooting 60% from the floor and 47% from 3.
Yeah.
They're insanely hot.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. My nephew is in the building. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I officially have a great nephew. Shout out to Rundown, man. Congratulations with baby boy. Cheers to you, my guy. Man, I'm so excited for you. I can't.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to hear about you getting no sleep. Man,
Diapers, spit up,
exactly.
the whole nine.
The whole kit and caboodle, man. Man, so excited
Welcome.
for my guy. Yep. Yeah, you must be catching a little break, man. So good to see, good to hear. Yeah, enjoy the show as always, man. But hey, like I was just about to say, the elephant in the room for me that a lot of people don't know about, or maybe they do, is, hey, man, and Nico I trust, man. People may not know Nico Harrison, man. I went to college with him. He played basketball while I played football. Was roommates with one of my very best friends here in Dallas as we speak. It's a smart individual, man. You know what I mean? And Spence knows I've been talking to him behind the scenes. And I'm not trying to defend. I'm not trying to, I want people to speak how they would, not just because it's my boy, but at the same time, obviously, keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? Keep it mad respectful. As we would and expect anybody. I mean, definitely call him stupid, crazy, whatever, all the things you want. But, all the death threats. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? All this craziness, spray painting Nowitzki's joint. Man, it's wildness. I mean, at the end of the day, it's sports, right? These dudes just getting paid millions. I mean, y'all really feeling that sorry for Luka? Really? We really feeling this sorry for Luka? Oh, poor Luka. You just got traded to one of the best, weather conditions that the country offers. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Lighten up, ladies and gentlemen.
One of the two pillar franchises in the NBA.
I think he's gonna be okay. Franchise, the whole NBA franchise. So
people are like, "Oh, he's gonna have to pay taxes now." I'm like, I think he'll trade the taxes, the $100 million, the lost auto, and the max.
Exactly.
On the Supermax, like I think he'll trade that all to be a Laker.
Exactly.
So don't feel bad for him.
Don't feel bad at all. That's how I'm looking at it.
Pretty
man.
Sure the $100 million's coming back to him outside of his contract.
For sure. But all I can give y'all is the game on what I know. And what I'm telling you is, as long as he's making these decisions and they're his decisions, sound judge decisions based on what he's looking to build from a basketball standpoint, I mean, first and foremost, you got to give him props. Who's got balls to do what he just did, right?
Most people would call that suicidal.
Right? Is it a lot?
That's yeah.
It's a lot, man.
Nick Wright described it this way. He said there's five players in the NBA that have 4 or more all NBA first team.
Yeah.
And Luka's on that list. And he's 25.
Yeah, 20.
You know who's not on that list? Anthony Davis.
Hey.
And
there you go.
And he's probably got 2 or 3 years left. So congratulations. If it gets you a championship this year, then
right.
I mean, maybe all's well and ends well. But I mean, if it doesn't end in a championship this year, I don't think it's going to be very forgiving.
But I mean, the other part we got to look at: do we really think that the Adelsons, do they care? What if
they may not?
What if the profit?
They may not.
Right, and that's what.
Yeah. I mean, they have their own agenda clearly, right? They signed off on the trade. I don't think Cuban would have signed off on that trade in a million years.
Yep.
But they did. So I don't know. Hopefully they really believe Anthony Davis is worth him pretty much straight up.
Right. Yeah. That was a question, right? So that was a question. Was it you I was talking to? No, I think it was my cousin. Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Kareem. Real talk though, he didn't. So to my knowledge, this whole deal screwed Luka's max deal, right?
Yes. Super
that part I don't know how to explain to anybody, but for whatever reason, he seemed to think that Luka was going to still be capable of getting this $350 million. And I didn't know how to explain to him that that was not going to happen.
You're only eligible for the Supermax of the team that drafted you.
So that's what it is.
So if Dallas had really felt like we need to deal Luka,
right,
he's not in our future interest, they could have waited until this offseason. This is what Nick Wright was talking about, and this is what is baffling to me. Like, you could have waited until after the season, signed him to the Supermax,
right, and then
dealt him, and you could have gotten the King's ransom, and he wouldn't have cared where you sent him,
right?
And LA would have been like, all good. This, like, in the middle of the night stuff, and screwing him out of $100 million, basically,
right,
is I mean, he's not publicly showing it, but I'm sure that he's pissed, right, because he didn't know about the trade and he was never approached about it. Like, this much we know. Like, Anthony Davis found out from a reporter about the trade. He's like, dude, check your phone. He's like, what? He was like at the complex, like, training. He was talking about how he's coming back next week. He's so excited. And the dude's like, how do you feel about being a Maverick? He's like, what? What?
Huey P in the building. Shout out Huey P. Hey, Rundown said, got Papa Rundown on it. You already know. And thank you, Sam. All love talking about the baby, man. Again, super excited about that. My main man, PTS, is in the building. Chris, protect the shield. Salute Turf and Spence. Salute, man. And Trap God, you 100% correct, man. Views are down in the NBA. They needed to do something to keep people watching.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you right now, that was definitely something. That was something.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Nico doesn't work for the NBA. He works for the Mavericks, right?
He works for the Adelsons.
So I promise you the NBA is not upset about the trade. Sending Luka to the biggest media market on the planet is A-okay with them.
Oh, of course.
Starting to ramp up that angle of LeBron and Luka going to the finals and playing Boston and Tatum and Brown and another Laker-Celtic matchup. Like, that's what they want.
Nobody's fighting against watching that. That's a guarantee.
Yeah,
it's part of the history of the league, right?
Yeah, it's kind of insane if you look at all the championships those two have won. I don't even know who else is gone. Like, outside of Chicago with their run with Jordan, like,
yep,
that's it.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. It's been a wild mess, man. That's all I can say. It's been a wild mess. Once things settle down, and these teams, I mean, now they got all the final pieces, right? Because there is no more ability.
No more trades to be.
There's no more trades to be made. So,
but here's the thing: like people talking about the Lakers, like, they're not gonna have a big, and it's not gonna be. They're not gonna be able to go far in the playoffs because they don't have a rim protector. It's like those guys get cut. At least 3 of them every year. They just get cut, and they'll be floating out there on a veteran minimum. There's plenty of those guys floating around. Like, they're not going to have a problem digging one up.
No, I agree. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how it goes, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the only static I see in the West now is the Warriors, because putting Butler next to Curry in the playoffs, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that could read the end of it.
Yeah. But I mean, the West is going to be some good watching for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot.
I mean, at this point, that's got to be the favorite, right? The West has to be the favorite for.
Well, for who are you saying, in the West to win or the West
to come out? Well, the West to win it. Yeah, the West.
Who's going to be the favorite to come out?
Well, now that I think about it, you still got your team. You're right. Yeah, you still got your team. I agree.
Well, from the East, it's going to be Milwaukee or Cleveland or Boston. Like maybe the Knicks if they can stay together.
Nah, not the Knicks. I mean, well,
they've been playing very good.
That's why I said, well, let me back that up. You see how quickly I backed up. But
yeah,
they
watch out. I'm pretty sure we have some Knicks fans in here. So
exactly, my main man Lamar, man. Shout out to Lamar. I know he's a diehard Knicks fan. So yeah,
that's pain.
It is pain.
That's real pain being a Knicks fan. That's like being a Jets fan. It's real pain. Like you're real.
Yeah.
You're still hanging with the Knicks. Like, you're real.
You're right. Yeah. It's a tough one. That is a tough one. Yeah, the NBA is. I mean, they got what they needed.
For sure. We were talking about this the day the trade happened, and I told you that the Lakers are coming out of the West now.
Right. Yeah.
Because of this trade. You don't agree with me.
I don't. That's, I should put up a poll for that. Did I just screw that up? No, I didn't.
Yeah, do it. Put a poll up. Who's the favorite to come out of the West?
Yeah. So
it's going to be the Mavs. Is it going to be the Lakers? Is it going to be the Timberwolves?
Who comes out of the West?
Denver.
Let me see. Poll options.
I'd love to see what everybody thinks about this. Because I'll tell you what, putting Luka and LeBron on the same team in the playoffs is it's going to be death to a lot of teams.
Mavs. Who wins the West? Right?
Yeah, Mavs, Lakers, Suns,
Mavs,
Timberwolves,
Lakers,
Nuggets,
Suns, Timberwolves, and who else?
Nuggets and Warriors. I'd say those are probably the favorites.
Warriors. All right, create that poll.
And Thunder. Thunder. I mean, the Rockets are too young; they're not going anywhere.
Right.
Even if they've got the second best record.
Let me see if I can figure this out. Freeform. Let's see. Enable poll. Let me see if I can put it up, guys. This ought to be interesting.
I'll vote on it. I got the stream up. Vertical. Get the vertical up.
Yes, sir. Where are we at? All right. Poll. Let's see. This is for regular. 1920.
So just between us.
Yep.
Who are you picking for coming out of the West?
I mean,
I already told you I'm on the Lakers.
I hate
the Lakers, but
right.
I don't think there's any other answer.
Right.
Luka is a different kind of problem in the playoffs.
Right. I agree, but I don't know, man. I'm stuck with the Thunder, right? That's the West. I think the Thunder is where it's going to be, if not the Mavs, especially now, right? Multiple choice, allow multiple.
I'll take the. You can throw another team in there, and I'll take that bet.
Right.
It's like I think just because of how this is all going to shake out, the Lakers may not come together right away.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I don't think they're going to do it.
Although I've got news for you. Like, I saw that Luka is rumored to be coming back.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
I think I heard the 8th is the day.
We got Thunder, Lakers, Mavs, Nuggets,
Warriors.
One more.
Lakers,
Thunder,
Mavs,
Lakers,
Nuggets.
Mavs, Nuggets, Warriors.
You had the Timberwolves. The other one, Anthony Edwards.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Save.
I
All
was
right.
like,
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The poll is up.
part of me thinks it's just good. They might roll in like in the back end, like in a 6 seed or something, and it's going to be a problem. Whoever faces them, like whoever that 3 seed is, like Houston or Phoenix or something, like they're going to get crushed.
We don't have any votes, but you guys see it. All you have to do is, I believe, just type in the number and enter into the chat, and it should pull up. You know what I'm saying? And start voting. My main man Jeff is in the building. Salute Turf and Spence in the nation. And of course, man, one of my all-time favorites, man. Billy D is in the building. What's cracking, Billy Davis? What up, Raider Nation and Turk? Chris, salute, Billy Davis. Yeah, that's my dude right there, man. Hope all is well with you, Billy D. Yeah.
Who's 3? I don't see the poll.
You don't see it?
No.
Oh, because it's on the vertical. Let me put it on the vertical. My bad. I forgot.
All his technical details.
Right, yeah, I forgot. It's on the main channel, but you're right. I gotta grab the other one. All right, copy. Let's put it on the vertical. New. All right, 1080. 1920, there we go. Okay, so now you should see that poll on the vertical, right? Should be right up there with you, Spence. I'm gonna try to put it down where I am. You see it? Oh man, what happened to the Mavs vote? I thought I saw somebody put Mavs vote in there.
Were they 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody voted for
Somebody voted 3, but it went away. I don't know what happened.
That lead is now 10 points.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
But there's only 1:23 left. They're probably going to lose.
Right.
But they're trying to come back.
Well, the poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how it goes. Right now, you got the Mavs with 1 vote. Vote away. Who wins the West in the NBA this year? 2 votes for the Mavs. I think it's, yeah. I'm biased, you know. I've already given the story.
What do we got? Thunder, Lakers, Mavs?
Mavs, Nuggets, Warriors, Timberwolves. Thunder number 1, Lakers 2, Mavs 3, Nuggets 4, Warriors 5, Timberwolves 6.
I'll put my thumb on the scale.
He put that Lakers up. Yep. Yeah. I just don't. We'll have to see when they start playing.
It's going to be all this stuff about Luka being out of shape, and like I got news for you, dude. He's never been in shape.
Right.
He hasn't been in shape since he was 18. Like, what's going to change now?
Right. I agree.
Like,
I totally agree.
Like, dude still averaged nearly a triple-double in the playoffs last year.
Right. Right.
It's like, I mean, if you ever figured out, like, here's the thing that I think might actually help him being in LA. He's going to be next to LeBron, who –
yes.
LeBron, for all of my criticism of LeBron is looks like he's carved out of stone.
Correct.
I mean, the man is like the role model for how you should conduct yourself in the NBA.
I agree.
Right? I mean, he's professional. He takes care of his body. He doesn't jack around. He's not out in the clubs picking up 40 girls, leaving a trail of babies all over the country.
Right.
I mean, he's exactly the face of the league that you would want.
Right.
And I mean, he's been that since he was like 17 years old.
Right.
So, I mean,
yes, sir.
Like, from that respect, I give him a lot of credit.
You have to. LeBron, baby. LeBron. I mean, yeah, there's a lot that he's definitely should be praised for sure. Yeah, that's my cousin here live. I could tell him I got you live on the show, man. Did you get my message? No. You can only get a super max. I'm talking about Luka. You can only get a super max. Luka? Right, but he can't sign for the $350 million.
Right.
He can sign.
He's still going to
that
get a good contract.
Yeah, he's still going to get a contract.
I think they said he's the max he can get is 263 or something like that.
Right, but he was going to. So this is what I was trying to explain. If he would have stayed with the Mavs this year, he would have been able to sign a super max deal of $350,000. But now that he's going to the Lakers, no, he would have got over $100 million more in cash. Right? That's the difference between him staying with the Mavs and getting the Supermax and then going to the Lakers. Like you said, he's still going to get paid. He just won't get paid that extra $100+ million because you only get a Supermax deal from the team that drafted you.
It's unfortunate.
And that is correct, right, Spence?
Yeah, so there's definitely bad blood in Dallas between him and them and Luka. So if there wasn't before that trade, there definitely is now.
Right, because he loses money, and that's where it boils down to. So,
and that state tax situation in
well, I mean, losing years and losing money
Cali.
is the same thing, right?
The money's going to come back to him.
Right. Yes, the money can still come back. Yes. No. Absolutely.
Outside of basketball, we're just talking about his contract.
We're just talking about his contract. Yeah. No. Absolutely. To move to Vegas. So now my cousin thinks it's to move to Vegas.
Yeah. That's the conspiracy theory.
Right, for the casino. No, everybody thinks that. Right. I don't know if people can hear you. Can y'all hear him when he's talking?
No. I can hear his tone. I know what he's saying just from his tone.
He's just older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said they might make a run with Anthony Davis, to be honest, because of the team they got built around that. Because it didn't make sense. It never made sense Kyrie and Luka being on the same team anyway.
Yeah.
They just made that work. And then when they signed Klay Thompson after that just made it more suspicious. You get what I'm saying?
But if you're looking at one of those two to move out of town, it's Kyrie every day and twice on Sunday.
Right.
Somebody else that may give them a chance.
Yeah. Nah, so I got you. I got you so that they can hear you live, but you can't hear what other people are saying.
Yeah, I don't need to hear them.
How did you hear
me? I'm just telling you what's what.
Well, I just wanted to make sure because I knew I couldn't explain to you what was told to me as far as.
But I don't think he's gonna lose any money.
Well, no, not in the long run. Not in the long run. Just in the short term.
They're just gonna do another deal because the collective bargaining of negotiate more money in the next 2 years. They'll do another NBC contract and whatever, and all of a sudden everybody be making a whole bunch more money. They'll probably end up making more money in the long run because he won't sign a long-term deal. Because Dallas was going to have to commit to him for probably another 5-6 years.
5 years, guaranteed. Yeah, it was a 5-year Superman.
So he already did 5, and they were going to commit another 5 to him, and then. But I don't think it has anything to do with basketball. To be honest, that's just me. I just don't think it does. I think it's all bullshit, all politic bullshit they do in the money game, like we talked about. I don't think it really, because in basketball sense, it makes a little bit of sense to me because. I do think I never thought Kyrie and but they went to the final, but I never thought they would work together.
Right.
They didn't make sense. But Kyrie took a role that he didn't have to take. He made a sacrifice and took that role of, let me watch Luka play, and then I'll do my thing after Luka do whatever he do.
Right.
Everybody talking like Kyrie should have a voice in the whole conversation. Kyrie should just be happy to be on a team.
Right. No,
the whole Kyrie thing. Like, who cares what Kyrie wants?
Right. Well, there you have it, guys. Yeah. You got a little bit of commentary from the cousin, the other crump.
Yep.
That I'm always arguing with. Appreciate you, cuz. Yep, I got to get back to the show. Next time, you need to just hop on the show.
Yeah, I've heard that the trade definitely like makes them more functional.
Right.
Like the Mavericks but I mean, I at the end of the day, you're never going to be able to convince me that getting rid of the second best player in the NBA or a guy that's going to be out of the league in 2 years.
Nah, it's never. Yeah. I know, I get it. I
don't necessarily have a problem with them dealing Luka. My problem is the return.
Yes,
the return is a joke.
It's
a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Let's go back to the last time a superstar got traded.
Right.
You remember the Paul George trade?
Yes.
Do you remember
what they got for him?
What they got for him?
It was crazy. It was wild.
Now that's Paul George.
Right.
It was probably, I don't know, maybe he was top 10 at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
I would have I said he's more like top 15, top 20, Paul George.
Right.
He was never to me like a top of the league kind of guy, but
they definitely got way too
I've seen remnants of that trade. I think OKC still has 5 first-round picks or something crazy from that trade last year.
Jesus. Wow.
And the acquisition of the picks that they've already materialized are Shea and Jalen. Or Jay. Yeah.
That didn't work out.
No, not at all.
It did not work out. Not even a little bit.
And Paul George isn't even on the team anymore. Now he's in Philly.
Yeah, he's out.
That's the kind of trade that it should have wrecked the Lakers to make that move. But they didn't have anything to offer. That's why it didn't make any sense. All they did was help the Lakers.
Well, see, but I don't know though. See, and that's where we don't have the information, right? That's where, you got to look at the rumors, right? The whole being out of shape, and is he going to be able to, the numbers don't lie. He's never played more than 70% of any season for any games, right? Throughout his 6 years, 7 years there.
Luka led the league in minutes last year.
As far as games? No, I mean as far as
he led the league in
played.
Minutes played, and it was by it was something crazy.
It's one of those things. I don't have the stat to pull up. All I'm saying is what's been told is so for every season, the most he's ever played was 70% of the 82 games. So minutes versus games played is a complete different scenario, right? So
I mean, they're the same.
Nah, you can play 70% of the games and then play 70 minutes. I mean, 70% of that, as far as 90% as far as the minutes you've played in those X amount of games. That's what I'm saying, right? We all know statistics. You can find ways to make it work for you, if you will. But that is a big heavy stat that they're leaning on, that he didn't play 70% of his games. Like 1 year he got to 68% of the 82 games that he played, and he rarely plays throughout the season, and he turns it up in the playoffs. That's been his motto his whole career.
I think if you put the stuff I saw was regular season and playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. And I see it's a different situation for playoffs. Playoffs, he probably ain't missed a game. You see what I'm saying? But regular season,
I don't even think he came out much.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So now you see where that stat, where you see that stat comes
that's
from.
Like what, another 20 games?
Right. And hey, bro, it could be also the fact that, right, Nico just don't like the dude, right? Let's keep it a beat. I can't say he said that. I can't, it happens, man. I've seen worse, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys that didn't play that should have been playing certain places, egos, not getting along.
Luka led the league in minutes played in the playoffs. He did 899 last year.
Exactly. Playoffs. Now check out the regular season.
Luka was...
That's where I believe the 70%.
Luka was 19th in the league in minutes played in the regular season. But when you put him with his... Yeah, so that's why he was number one. You put him with his playoff minutes, he was number one because none of the other guys played.
Correct.
One deep in the playoffs.
Correct. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, yeah, it'll be talked about till we're dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good commentary. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. To think of him being traded in his prime in the beginning. He's not. That's the thing. He's not even in his prime yet. He's 25. Right.
Rick
He's 25.
Solano in the building. Salute. Aloha Turf and Raider Nation. Bro, it's the wildest trade of our lifetime. It has to be. It has to be the wildest trade of our lifetime. I can't even think of it.
He played 70 games last year. Was the only leader in points per game, averaged 34 points a game, averaged total rebounds, 9.2 rebounds per game, 9.8 assists, 1.4 steals. This is the terrible Luka.
The terrible Luka.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. Like the narrative is a little twisted. And he shot 38% from three and 78% from the free throw line.
Right.
It's like LeBron would probably die to shoot 78% from the free throw line.
If y'all haven't picked up, Spence is not too fond of Mr. LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron he got up to 75% last year. Good for him.
Right.
He's like the worst shooting superstar player I've ever seen from the free throw line. Like,
not worse than Shaq.
That's true. Shaq. I mean, but Shaq's a center. Like the centers are a different animal, right? Unless you're a European guy.
Right. No, I agree. The Europeans, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's Anthony Davis down there at 15. So, I mean, the one thing you're getting is Anthony Davis still is elite defensively. I mean, he's always top of the list for defensive player of the year.
Absolutely. Every year.
That, I mean, but I mean, like that Mavs team last year with like the terrible defensive players they had, I think after they made a couple trades, they were like top 5, top 7 second half of the season. So, I mean, it's an effort thing.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So, I mean, is that something that LeBron can instill into Luka, is to kind of take care of himself a little more? And you know, that's a scary proposition. You think of Luka actually caring about what his body looks like?
Especially now.
He's 25, man. He's 25.
Yeah, he's young. He's
the narrative about him being out of shape and all this stuff, like he still averaged 30 points in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for him, the Celtics would have swept the Mavericks, and it wouldn't have been close. Every game would have been by 30 plus.
I agree. Would they only win one game as it is, right? Too.
Yeah, it's like and they won those games because of him.
Correct. Yeah, and hey, as my guy Severe, shout out to Severe in the building. I already put it up, but he actually said it himself, man. Kyrie, right? Ran out of gas in the finals. Didn't say anything about Luka running out of gas. He said Kyrie. So
Kyrie hasn't beaten the Celtics since he left Boston.
Right.
Since he burned his way out of town.
Yep.
People feeling sorry for Kyrie. I wish we'd done Kyrie a lot more dirty than we did him. Danny Ainge could have actually traded him at the All-Star break and gotten something for him. Instead of trying to like let him hold us hostage.
Right.
It's the only time in Tatum's career that we didn't go to the conference finals is the year we had Kyrie.
Yep. So, Rick Samarano, man, you got a lot of good commentary here, man. AD is a very good player, but always gets hurt.
Yep.
If AD stays healthy for an entire season or no long time off and plays mostly the 4 position, watch out. And I agree. I think that is where he shines most. He says he's a Laker fan. Like we couldn't figure that out.
Rick, I couldn't agree with you more. But let me ask you this: when was the last time that sentence was true?
Right. As far as AD being healthy for an entire season.
Was he even a Laker last time that sentence was true?
No.
Because I don't remember any season with him in the Lakers where he was healthy for an entire season.
Nah. Yeah.
Shoot, he's not even healthy now.
No. Yeah.
It's like,
he's not. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. So
let me ask you this: is it more likely that AD is injured come playoff time and doesn't even play for the Mavericks in the playoffs, or that fat Luka isn't going to make the playoffs?
Fat Luka. Yo, I love it. Nah, Luka's making the playoffs. I mean, well, that's the thing. See, my problem with this is they don't have a big man, right?
Do you really think it matters, man? They got a couple like bodies that are 7 feet tall. I mean, I wouldn't call them players, but they breathe.
Yeah. This is a great question.
It's like, the Lakers are the luckiest franchise. Think about that. Like the Lakers, how many of their superstar players in the last 40 years have they actually drafted?
Right.
Kobe Bryant,
none of them,
and Irvin Magic Johnson. That's
it. Those are the 2.
Everybody else is bought and paid for.
Yeah.
Like the Yankees.
It's the Lakers, man. What do you expect? Yeah. That's how they operate.
What I don't respect is other people enabling them.
Right.
Like, and if you're going to enable them, at least take them to the cleaners and get something.
Yeah,
right?
You got to get a return.
Like New Orleans, that trade New Orleans did. You remember when they traded like Lonzo Ball and Ingram and all that big trade to them to get AD?
Right.
You remember the haul that New Orleans got out of that? They got that's the reason that LA doesn't have any picks.
Correct.
They're still all conveyed to New Orleans.
Yep.
It's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Like to a 31, I think he turns 32 this month. AD.
He does.
Like rotational piece off the bench and a first round pick that's going to be probably in the 30s in 2 years. I mean, that is an awful return for the second best player in the league.
No, it is. Yeah.
and I'm gonna leave it there because like
right.
I could like that trade enraged me so much I could talk about it.
I know it has. Spence has been steaming over this trade. Oh, steaming. I don't know many people that haven't been steaming or like just unbelievable. Like, yeah, it is
a lot of happy Laker fans. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, a ton of happy Laker fans.
Lots of unhappy Mavs fans. Like I sent you a couple of them.
Oh man, a ton of those.
Crying, rioting in the street.
Oh, it's been nonsense. It's been wild. Luka at 25. They say soft tissue injuries have been a problem, but for me, that dude can ball when you need him to. Ain't nobody gonna deny that. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. We only got 4.
And you know who Luka's childhood idol was?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. He's playing with his idol.
He is. It should.
So you don't think that dude's going to be able to rub off on him?
It should spark him. It should change whatever the Mavericks saw in him that made them make this change. And that's the thing. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna find out. I guess. I don't know. I mean, all I can tell you is I do know Nico is old school and defense wins championships, and that's the mindset he has. And Luka plays no defense.
I completely agree with you. That's true. Defense does win championships, but you also have to be able to score.
Absolutely.
And you can't win if you're not on the floor. The best ability is availability.
I agree. 100%. Speaking facts. Straight up facts. Yep. So I'm a very happy camper as a Laker.
Yeah. It's like, God.
So yeah, he's not playing tonight, but he's out there. Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's sitting courtside.
Yeah, he's courtside.
Cheering his guys on.
Oh man, this is very interesting. I'm curious.
We'll see Luka and LeBron drinking glasses of wine courtside, not playing.
Right. Hey, LeBron and Steph is up though. Are you watching it?
No.
Yeah, the Warriors and the Lakers.
Let me get that up.
This should be a good game. Yeah, this shouldn't be.
I think this one's going to be good. Like
game. Yeah.
This kind of like rode in behind it, but I mean, Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. I mean, that's dangerous.
That is dangerous. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Did you hear about the deal he signed too?
Isn't it a big one?
2 years, $123 million.
Yeah. That's like a max in itself.
Good job.
Jesus Christ.
Good job, Jimmy.
What the heck was that, LeBron? Oh, Jesus.
I mean, the Warriors had to give some assets up to get him.
Right.
But it's there's only one Jimmy Butler.
Right. Yeah. That's again another point,
and let's face it, Curry, like they're talking about how much younger, the outgoing players are in that deal. It's like, come on. I'm like, how many years do you think Curry's got left in him?
Right.
Like, do they really care beyond that? Like, Butler and Curry are basically on the same timeline.
Right. Absolutely right.
When those two are gone, it's a wrap.
Right.
State. They'll start over.
Pigs in the building. Marc Gasol was key to Kawhi getting that chip in Toronto. Shout out Joel in that 76ers series. He said shutout in the shutout. Yep. And Brandon Ingram to my Raptors is random. Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. The Raptors actually didn't do too bad coming out of the deadline, but I don't know. Like, Ingram has to get on the court. Like, maybe being in Canada will motivate him to get on the floor, but we'll see. Dude, the Celtics, just to close the loop, the Celtics ended up losing to the Mavericks.
Yeah.
By 7.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
They were down 20.
They went crazy in the fourth quarter.
I see. Because they were down 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were down 22 in the fourth. Man, I'm not going to lie. I am curious to see what that looks like with LeBron and Luka on the floor at the same time.
It's gonna look scary. That's what it's gonna look like. I think you might see LeBron with an extra pep in his step too.
Yeah, it's gonna spark something for him. Absolutely correct. Oh, you gotta make that. You gotta make that throw. Yeah, I don't know.
So let me. You're watching the game? Is he in the building for Golden State?
Yeah. Wait, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I didn't see Jimmy.
I don't see him in the box score.
Yeah, I didn't see Jimmy.
Oh my God, Bronny James is up with the big team.
He is. We got Rick with a question. What are your thoughts on Dorian Finch, Shake Milton, Luka? We know Maxi Kleber, M. Morris, and Mark Williams.
Dude, that's the other part. Like it wasn't just Luka that came over in that trade. Maxi Kleber,
yes,
and Markieff Morris. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Our main man, Chris, is in the building. Chris for Raiders. What it is, fellows? Yes, sir. Good scary. Yes, we talking about all this basketball right now with all that basketball craziness going on. We got a poll up, ladies and gentlemen. Who wins the West? Type in 1 enter in the chat for the Thunder, 2 for the Lakers, 3 for the Mavs, 4 for the Nuggets, 5 for the Warriors, and 6 for the Timberwolves. I think the Mavs. Yeah.
One of those Mavs. It looks like divided.
Yeah. You got
right? Raider boosters voted twice. That only counts once, man.
Right. Yep. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that poll continues. Man,
the favorites the Mavs though, like 2 to 1 to 1.
I agree. I think they're gonna have the more balanced team that has the better ability at the down the stretch because of the defense. I think defense is going to prevail. I understand Luka is a lot of offense, but you just said it. It's a lot of offense. What good is it if you lose 130 to 129?
It's Luka.
I know it's Luka. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's Luka and it's LeBron. Like, I want to see them actually in the playoffs play the best defense in the West because they're gonna break them.
Right.
Like, who's stopping those two? You gonna double team one of them?
No, you can't. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, no, you're right.
If they spend the second half of the season working on their pick and roll game, you better have a good defensive back line to stop that.
Correct.
It's like,
is anybody that was traded playing already? No, right? Nobody that got traded has already started. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, it's too quick, especially the ones that were just traded.
Right. Rick says
Orlando,
Denver win the West if healthy, even with no big man, huh? Even with no big man, huh, Rick? You still think the Lakers gonna win, even if healthy? I'm not saying it's just. I think you gotta have a big man. You gotta. What last team won?
They got Rui Hachimura and they've got Jackson Hayes. Those are their bigs right now.
Like I said, you gotta have a big. What is Curry doing? Dunk. Curry is. Yeah, he's not having a good first half of this quarter, anyways.
There's gonna be somebody who gets cut loose.
From who?
I don't know who.
From
let me see if I can find it.
You talking about from the Lakers? From the Lakers?
No, just from teams in general.
Oh, Somebody's gonna have to sit it on out, huh?
And they'll join the Lakers.
It's got
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, how does that work? You can't trade for anybody, so
nope.
You can pick somebody.
There'll be people that will be cut.
But so you can cut somebody to make room for somebody else. Apparently,
yeah.
I honestly don't know how it is.
You just want to get rid of them, you just cut them.
Right. And then if you
got to eat the money, or
right.
But it's let's see who's sitting out there. Moses Brown never signed with anyone.
Moses Brown.
It's a 7-footer. I think the Celtics had him for like a second, and we traded him. We traded him to Portland with somebody, but he was not bad actually. Is he still unsigned? Yeah, still unsigned.
Still unsigned? I'm curious.
He's 7'2".
Jesus Christ.
25 years old. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And he's sitting out there like he's not even on a team right now. Let's see.
That's wild.
Guys that are old. Centers. Andre Drummond. Oh yeah, he's always kicking around. Mo Bamba. I heard a lot of rumors about Bamba finding his way to the Lakers. He would have to be a buyout to get there.
Huh.
Colin Castleton. So he's a Laker already. He's a 24-year-old center, 2-way contract, and he's 6'10".
Yeah. Doesn't sound like he's big enough to fit the bill. Center Mark Williams.
Bismack Biyombo is out there. You want a rim protector that can't score? Biyombo is the guy.
He would fit.
He can rebound and he can block shots. That's what he does well. He's 32 years old, but I mean, he's good.
Huh. Still, the Mavs is leading, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a little shocked at that with all y'all Laker fans, man. Where the Laker fans at? One vote for the Lakers. And it's Spence, a freaking Celtics fan?
I know.
What the hell is going on here? What is going on? That's a terrible shot. Yeah, I don't see how the Golden State Warriors survive. I don't see them coming out of the West at all.
They're gonna be just fine.
You think so?
Yes. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Kevon Looney. Let's see, Gary Payton II, Moses Moody. Like they still got plenty of weapons.
They're missing a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's first quarter. It's first quarter. It's early. It's mad early. They haven't warmed up.
Yeah.
LeBron.
I don't know who some like Quentin Post and
got him.
Brandon Podziemski. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. You might
Santa
be
Clara
right.
Kid.
Wow. Yeah, the Lakers looking a little better than I expected. Who is this?
Let me tell you this too. The guy that you're not seeing.
Koloko is another 7-footer.
Koloko.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and another guy that you're not seeing on this is Dalton Connect. He's not even playing.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
That was another case of like grand theft. Lakers in the draft, like the fact that he made it to them in the draft is ridiculous.
Yep, I agree. Oh, you gotta keep going. They just settle for shots this day and age. See, that's why I can't watch. It's hard, man. I'm just used to driving to the paint. You know, they just settle for jump shots all day. That's why I can't watch.
That's why nobody's watching, because right. It's like it's just become a bunch of 3-point shooting.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I like to see a little bit more fundamentals.
Yeah, but you'll see LeBron do it. Like there's a couple guys that will go to the rim.
Right. Yeah, LeBron definitely goes to the rim. There's some guys, but far and few between this day and age, man. They all settle for shots, man.
They all settle for threes.
Yeah, threes, and that's exactly.
But LA's only taken 4 so far.
Right. There he goes.
See, Golden State has taken 7.
Right.
They're 2 of 9 from the floor, and 7 of those shots are threes.
It's gonna be a long night. Long night.
Yeah.
John B in the building. Raiders. I see you, my man. They traded D. Kench and Cam Reddish. Who traded D. Kench? Next.
Oh, Connect. That's Dalton Connect.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they.
Oh, is that they traded? Was that? Who did they trade him to? Was that part of the trade for the Utah player?
It had to be. Now that he brings it up, that is correct. Yep.
LA Lakers. Let me see what this trade was.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I seen Mr. John B in the building. What's going on with you, sir? Welcome back as always. Hope you enjoy the show. They traded him for Mark Williams to the Hornets.
To the Hornets.
Yep.
So they got Dorian Finney-Smith from the Nets. That's not a bad move. And Shake Milton from the Nets.
Right. All right, let me get Pigs up in here. I see you. Man, I hate when my thing doesn't always take. It's got good stats. Man. I see you, Pigs. I'm coming up with it. I gotta unfortunately do it the bootleg way. Let me see.
Oh yeah, and they shipped out D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis to the Nets. That's a good trade. Getting rid of D'Angelo Russell is a good move.
Right.
I wanted him to succeed, but he's just not good.
Didn't work out.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with you.
The Spurs got Jalen McDaniels?
Yes. I did see that.
The Spurs got Jalen McDaniels and De'Aaron Fox? That's kind of crazy.
Good deal.
Yeah. So Dennis Schroeder's on the Warriors.
Right. He's back in Illinois this week for a jersey ceremony. Could see him playing with LeBron. He's 6'11" and 280 pounds. Wow. He's talking about Cody. Man, I'm trying to get these things. Let me see. I think I had it over here. Let me see. Chat live. Edit. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, but we were talking about players from the trades playing. Dorian Finney-Smith is in there for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And who else we got on? Markieff Morris is on the bench.
Right.
Shake
This is
Milton's on
what
the bench.
Pigs was saying. There's a center I always wanted to see play in the NBA, but for some reason he's in Korea. Kofi Cockburn. You ever heard of him?
Kofi. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
What year was he in college?
No, he's not. He's from Korea.
Oh, he's just overseas.
Yeah, he's overseas. Yeah, he's an overseas kid.
Kofi Cockburn. Oh, he was Illinois.
Yes, he did actually just say that too. He said he's back in Illinois this week for a jersey ceremony. Yeah, he was killing it in college 3 years ago.
He's a Jamaican basketball player. He was on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Yep.
17-9. It's almost 17-10.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's pretty nasty.
So you know some ball, Pigs. You know some basketball. Okay, Pigs.
So why didn't he make it to the league?
Right. Pigs, fill us in, man. Why didn't he make it to the league, man? What do you think his biggest issues were?
Stats bio.
Yeah, we have a very knowledgeable chat, if y'all didn't know.
He was first team All-American 2022.
Dang. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Why did he not make it? I know, right? Good question, John B. Why is he playing in Korea? Great question.
Yeah, that seems a little suspect to me. He should be in the NBA or at least the G League. Maybe he gets paid better in Korea.
He said he was fun to watch, but he doesn't have a 3-pointer left. I mean, hey, it makes sense, right? Considering
that won't get you to the NBA.
Right. Says he's a bit slow on defense too.
All right.
A bit slow on defense. Let me fix my camera.
You know, we had a dude like that on our team.
Yeah.
Nemias Keita. He was kind of took the long way to get to the NBA.
Right.
But dude's legit, man.
Yep.
It was like, thank you, Brad Stevens. Found another gem in the wire.
Yes, sir.
So he's getting a lot of run now. He's a big rotational piece for us. So he's fun to watch.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure Taco Fall's kicking around.
Yeah, I forgot about Taco. Where is he at now?
Taco Tuesday. That would be a good ad with LeBron.
That would actually. Where's he at? I
don't think he's anywhere,
dude, bro. That's a big dude.
It's like 7. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Like, you want a rim protector, you can do that.
There you go. I agree.
He's kind of slow though on. He's kind of slow on let's see, Breakers and Hawks. So he's in the Senegalese basketball player. He's in Senegal.
He's out of the league. John B.
He's in NBA Africa.
NBA Africa. Shout out to NBA Africa. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, they got a league down there.
Makes sense.
They got some pretty sick players over there. It's definitely gonna start showing up.
Right.
But he's not really. He had 16 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. So not bad.
Right. I agree, John B. Taco would be great in 1995. Much better than now. It's any big man that can't run he's a liability in this NBA. Straight up liability.
It's true. You have to be able to move.
You gotta be able to move. Man. Yep, you gotta be able to move. Yep, no room for true centers anymore. Is correct, my man. Kofi Cockburn was signed to an Exhibit 10 contract, by Utah Jazz, but was never picked up in 2022. Signed with Nagata Albriix on the B, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Unless you can close out on 3-point shots, can't really play in the current NBA. I agree. Yeah, it's just a different monster. It's a different game. All the way around.
So yeah, I'd say it's going to be interesting to see how this comes together. But I mean, at the end of the day, like when the Lakers signed Gabe Vincent, I thought that was a great move for them.
Right.
He's an excellent defensive guard.
Yep.
Excellent.
I agree.
Shake Milton's a good player.
Yep, I agree.
You know, like the Markieff Morris is a little old, but I mean, still a serviceable rotational piece.
That's the key. Get you some minutes.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
Dorian Finney-Smith, he's a good player. He's a good player, and he's like I'm glad that he's out of exile.
Yep.
He was on that semi-stacked Wizards team that couldn't buy a win.
Yep.
And then Rui Hachimura he's a solid big.
This is actually an entertaining game. Oh, you gotta. Yeah, that was terrible. What's the score? Yeah, it's not that bad. Lakers should be up by a whole lot more, but Golden State came out flat. Percentage was terrible. Shooting percentage.
They're still shooting really well.
The Lakers.
They're
right?
shooting 55% from
the Lakers. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, they're on fire.
Yep.
But you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Warriors come together. But I mean, tell you what, it's going to be a different story once they get that team together.
Yeah. It'll be
starting lineup's a little scary.
Yeah, it'll be a little scary.
Buddy Hield, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler. That's wow.
Yep. Lakers' future draft picks left. 2025 second, 2026 first, 2028 first, 2030 first. Damn.
All of those should have conveyed to Dallas. Those should have all gone to Dallas.
He said they should have all gone to Dallas. See again. He had some more pieces in that deal, but old buddy started getting cold feet. I wonder what they don't know, what they haven't. There's something going on, bro. There's just much more to this story.
Yeah, unless it comes out that, like, you know, he's got terminal cancer and he's going to be dead in 16 months. Don't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. It's
you know, I don't know how to say it any other way. Like, that's.
You're not the only one, bro. I promise you. I can assure you, you are not the only one that looks at it from this perspective. Oh, man.
Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a fantastic move for the Lakers. Like that's the biggest theft since the Memphis trade.
As big as
you remember that thing when they acquired an all-star center for nothing? They sent him like a bag of Doritos. and then the GM took a job with the Lakers the next year.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah, it just goes to show you. It's like, don't think that didn't cross my mind.
Right.
Does Nico have some like sweetheart deal set up with the Lakers? Like when he inevitably gets fired,
right? That's where he's going next.
He's gonna magically join the Lakers staff,
right?
Assistant GM.
That is funny.
Yeah. Or maybe he'll be the GM, and then the current GM will just go get promoted, become the executive vice president of basketball operations.
Yep, we know it, Rick. LA fans are so happy. Trust me, we know it. And here in Texas,
Luka's jersey sales broke the records.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, that's probably it has to be the number one selling sports jersey. Just period. Yes. Sports jersey. All sports.
Luka Laker.
Yeah.
Fat Luka Laker.
Fat Luka. I love it. Oh, man. We're going to hear this forever.
Taco would be great in the 1995 NBA.
Right.
Yeah, he would have been. Him and Manute Bol.
Oh, man.
Trading jabs. That
would have been funny.
Shoot, speaking of Manute Bol, I bet you Bol's another guy that the Lakers could get. They
really need to bring. I forgot about Bol. Yeah, that's another
He can move a little bit.
He can move. For his size, for sure.
I'll tell you what, that kid Moses Brown, he can move.
Yeah.
He's an agile big. Like, for a 7'2" kid, he was actually... I actually liked him. I was kind of upset when we included him in the trade to Portland.
Yeah.
But he was an Oklahoma City pick, probably one of the Lakers or the Clippers rather.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead.
I don't think I could talk about NBA trades anymore.
Yeah, it's time to It's time to cancel those trades. Well, we've been going for how long? Like a minute, hour and a half now. Yeah, we got.
It's 9:30.
Yeah, we gotta.
We got some other stuff to address.
Yeah, we definitely gotta dive in.
This is Super Bowl week, right?
It's Super Bowl week, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Eagles versus your Chiefs. Man.
Is it going to be the three-peat for the Chiefs?
I don't.
Certainly, kind of feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. I don't see how. Rick brought this up way back early in the conversation. Philly by 11. That's after a Chiefs score, a late score in the fourth. MVP is Barkley for offense, and defensive MVP is Jalen Carter. Wow. I would love for that to be true. It's just I don't see it. But I'd love for that to be the case.
Yeah.
That would be badass, Rick. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't know how you beat Mahomes. Not while he's got Skaggs to, cover his ass as far as, when defense needs to step up, and he's got the whiz to just draw up a play where somebody's going to be wide open. Andy Reid.
It's sitting basically even right now. I think the Chiefs are favored by 1 point.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I mean, the Eagles definitely on paper have the advantage on defense, but
correct.
The Chiefs' defense is pretty nasty. And
it's what, number 2 now instead of 1 from last year? I don't know.
They have Chris Jones. Like, the end of the story.
End of story. Changes everything.
He's a game wrecker.
He's one of one. He's one of one.
And nobody's really been able to run well against the Chiefs.
Nope.
It's
on top of the fact that that is what Skaggs is taking away. I don't care about losing this game as long as Saquon doesn't beat me. That is what Skaggs is saying. I will continue with a great reputation as long as he doesn't beat me. So Be prepared for 8 people in the box all night, and absolutely Hurts is going to have to take them home to win it. Yeah.
The thing is I think he could do it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hurts.
He's got the weaponry to do it, but
100%.
It's I just don't know if I believe that they can deal with all the kind of,
LeBron.
veiled looks that Spags is going to throw at him, and
Right.
Is Hurts going to be able to process that fast enough to get into the right, I mean, that's what killed Josh Allen ultimately, is that when Spags got exotic, he didn't recognize it
at all. Man.
And at the end of the game, he actually moved his lineman, shifted him away from the pressure.
Exactly.
And he ended up taking 2 in the face,
Yes.
I mean, you gotta be flawless when you play the Chiefs. You can't miss.
Not one play. Not one play can you take off. And that's why we got to get Spags up out of there, man. Somebody's got to give that man a job. Get Spags out of there.
For sure.
Somebody give him a job, because we're going to keep dealing with this until somebody does. That's how I view it.
All head coaching vacancies are filled now, correct?
Yeah, right. Cohen's at the Jags.
Yep.
Giants didn't fire anybody. Yeah, Raiders got Pete.
The Cowboys promoted their offensive coordinator.
Bro. Talking about another franchise in shambles up in Dallas. What it must feel like to be in a Dallas fan? Like, if I was from Dallas right now, man, Jesus. My heart goes out to y'all. You got a senile owner, and
I mean, now you see like why the city's on fire. It's like Cowboys doing everything in their power to destroy the team. The Mavericks, like, they just don't care. They don't want to be good anymore. It's like, I'd rather have old Kyrie and old AD take me home.
Yo, that is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I feel bad for him too. Thank God we're not up there.
Yeah, I'll stick to.
I'll take the Round Rock Express.
Yeah, exactly. I'll stick to Austin, bro. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
Think about this, like Houston, the Houston Dallas, like diametrically opposing. Like, they were both bad for a long, long time. They couldn't get anything done. But look at Houston, like in the last 10 years. Like the Astros have been like an absolute institution in baseball. Like, until the Dodgers started like buying everybody.
Right. Exactly. Right. No,
deferring contracts for 40 years.
That's like gotta.
Houston was running the league.
Right. They were. The Astros were killing it.
Right. The Texans are back.
Yeah.
They had a couple of years, post Deshaun, that were kind of tough, but I mean, they're back.
I would agree, especially with CJ. We played them next year too, here in Texas. I'm excited about that.
That's a
nice little
good
ride.
game.
Yeah, that should be a great game, right? That should be a good game this year. And I think
we'll see who your quarterback is, but
that's the problem. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
CJ's not gonna have any trouble gutting you if it's a ALC again.
Well,
I know you love it.
Depends on what we do defensively. No, it just depends on what we do. If we do something wild, like go get up Mason Graham, right, and then Kuntz comes back happy. Wilkins is healthy. Max Crosby, I think that right there will speak a lot.
Your defense had a lot of promise last year. You guys just got bit by the injury bug.
Exactly. And with our same coordinator back, right? Same defensive line coach back, right? I'm telling you, that's what I was happy about.
Honestly, that's how teams turn around. There's always that one team every year that goes from like a 4 or 5 win team to playoffs.
Playoffs, right? Well, trust me, I'm not going that far. Sorry, Raven.
Well, I mean, you guys got a tough division. I mean, even if you guys did get all the stars to align for you, you still got to deal with the Chiefs. You still got to deal Chargers, the Broncos. Like that's not easy.
And that's why I'm not looking forward to any kind of playoff run this year coming up. We'll be happy to.
I saw a preview on the schedule for the Patriots next year, and not too shabby.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
They went through it, and they're like the just adding variable alone,
right? From
that schedule, like they're like 7 wins.
I'm curious about that offense, though, man. Baseline. With the guy back, I'm curious. This is where we really will find out if McDaniels is right. No, seriously, right?
I kind of feel for you because it's like, I don't know. He says that after he got fired, he like went on a mental retreat, and he like went and like started watching college football and meeting with college programs. And
Jesus Christ.
He says that he's got some crazy stuff lined up for Drake May.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He's like, wait until you see the offense that I put in around this kid.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Right. And right.
I mean, he turned Mac Jones into a Pro Bowler.
Right. He did. You got to give him props where props is
now due. He's got a kid that can throw the ball and run the ball.
Correct.
Let's see what he can do with that.
Yeah, Drake May he definitely forced me to bring myself to the front of the congregation on him because I thought he was the Mitch Trubisky. Boo Turf. I thought he was the Mitch Trubisky of the draft.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't totally sold on him either.
Right.
And like we had many conversations. Both of us we were in complete agreement that Jaden Daniels was the guy in this draft.
Yep.
And I thought Drake May. I don't trust those Duke and North Carolina quarterbacks.
No. Nope.
It's just but I mean,
just haven't panned out yet. Where I mean, give me.
But once I saw him in the preseason,
right?
Like he's legit, man.
Like, he is legit,
no doubt. There's no doubt. His arm is a cannon.
Yep.
The thing I didn't realize about him is he's got speed.
Correct. I didn't low 4.6, not high, low 4.6.
I didn't think he had that kind of speed.
Yeah, he's close. He's probably during. Yeah, probably in the game. He's probably running closer to 4.5s. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
makes sense.
We had a couple series like where he just ran away from guys.
Correct.
So, like, I've never seen that in New England.
No, not at all.
But it's going to come down to how we do in free agency and the draft.
It'll be big for you guys. Where do you go with it, though? I think you're better off with linemen, offensive line.
4 is going to be an interesting
4.
pick.
No, you're going to pick. No, 4, you got to pick a skill position.
It's gonna really come down to how the first 3 picks line up.
Right.
Right.
You guys want
Cam and Shador go in the top 3 picks.
Right.
Or like even crazier. What if another quarterback works into that group?
Hey, Jackson Dart. I'm telling you right now, I could see him shooting up. A lot of people. He's been getting a lot of press. Jackson Dart.
They're talking about the kid from the Senior Bowl who impressed. I don't remember his name, but he
there's a few.
He had a good game.
There's a few.
And yeah, but I mean honestly, like the other one's Milroe, but I just don't see. He's just too inaccurate. I don't see him.
I'm not on that train.
Yeah.
I'm not on that train at all.
I will tell you this. I don't think there's much of a chance that Milroe will escape the first round, though.
Really?
He's just got too much talent.
You think someone's going to pick him in the first?
Yeah,
You think
somebody's gonna look at him and be like, he's raw, but with a little work.
We'll take a chance.
Yeah.
Who would be who?
Dude, the dude's got a rocket for an arm, and he can fly.
Yeah, he's a specimen for sure. Who would take a risk on him though in the first round?
Back end of the first round, you're talking about somebody that can afford to sit him. Who? Somebody in that back end, I'm telling you. Maybe somebody like the Chargers. Somebody that can just kind of throw him back there. And
that would be sending the wrong message.
Dude, that's exactly hard. Think about what Harbaugh did last time when he took the Niners over. He drafted Kaepernick when he had a quarterback.
No, that's true. That's true.
Right? Kaepernick sat for what, 2 years?
He did.
Year and a half before he actually got on the field?
He did.
Like, Milroe is exactly the kind of quarterback that I think that Harbaugh wants.
I would be shocked to see that, though. Because, right, what else do they need? They need.
They're going to grab one of these running backs, but, I mean, you don't have to do that right away.
You think so? Yeah, I was going to say, why? They got Dobbins and they got the other kid. They got
Dobbins and both of those Baltimore running backs are free agents.
Oh, so they're going to be gone.
Well, maybe not, but they're free agents. So I guess it depends on the market looks, right? If Dobbins gets a big offer somewhere, then he's done. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't think Harbaugh's going to pay him.
No, why would he?
Right?
There's so many running backs out there.
Yeah. So I think they're most likely they're going to draft somebody.
Yeah. Where do
and they have his kid, the Michigan running back. We saw him a little bit at the end of the year. They kind of mixed him in a little bit.
Corum, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what is it? Something
Corum? No, not Corum. It was the other running back in Michigan. Shoot. Let me look at their roster real quick. But he's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of him. I cannot think of him.
So I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but they're definitely going to do defense.
Right.
That's like his top priority all the time. And then they'll probably go wide receiver. Those are like their major needs, right? But I mean, right now they've got Herbert, Heineke, and Easton Stick.
Nah.
Stick and Heineke are goners.
Gone. I agree.
The running back is Dobbins, Edwards, Hassan Haskins.
He can ball. He can ball.
Yeah. And they have Kamani Vidal, who they drafted.
Vidal is another bro. They're not going for another running back. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
they got too many. They got too many.
Do you think Haskins is the starter next year?
Shoot, the Vidal kid could be. He reminds me of Dobbins. Yeah, he's slick. I remember vividly watching him. He's slick. Vidal, yeah. A little bowling ball, right? He's about, 5'10", something like that? 5'10", 220 pounds.
Yeah, he is a smaller guy. 5'8".
5'8",
215.
215. I told you, he's a bowling ball, man. I think he's more than 215.
He was their 6th round pick last year.
Wow, 6th round. Wow.
I think Haskins was an undrafted free agent.
Damn.
That's
good talent, bro.
Oh no, they got him in the 4th
round. Yeah, I was gonna say that don't make sense because I remember actually. Where did he come from, Vidal?
He was Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. He
was before Blake Corum.
Right.
He was a 2022 4th round pick.
Nah, he's good, bro. He's good. They got plenty of running backs. They're not going running back. Don't they need a wide receiver? Don't they need
wide receiver is like dire need for them?
Yeah, I was gonna say they need a number one. So
they got Ladd McConkey and nothing behind it. Quentin Johnson and Josh Palmer fell out of favor with them, and
Josh Allen. I just saw that he got the MVP.
Good for him.
At least I think that's what I just said.
I think you proved to me Lamar Jackson had the better year, but
for sure.
I think based on what he had to deal with this year, I think he had a great season.
Right.
I mean, let's remember, like Josh Allen, like his number one receiver was not. You would have thought it would have been like Amari Cooper, right?
Right. No, it wasn't. It wasn't even Young Buck, Coleman, right?
Yeah. Khalil Shakir was his guy.
Right.
Right. His tight ends didn't really do much this year. It was the Josh Allen, James Cook show.
Saquon got Offensive Player of the Year,
as he should have.
Yeah. Patrick Surtain got Defensive Player of the Year,
as he should have. Dude, did you see his coverage numbers this year? Surtain's numbers are insane.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like he's a difference maker, and the thing is like he was another one. Like there was no mystery,
right?
In Surtain, his dad was an NFL player. You knew he had the lineage. You know, you knew he was going to be good.
Genetics.
The only question was how good.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of a few of these.
Yeah.
Jared Verse, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Jaden Daniels, obviously.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, yeah.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These awards are out.
Yep.
Congratulations to all of the award winners.
It was an excellent rookie draft class.
Yeah.
Excellent. One of the best I've seen in years.
In a long time. Very long time.
And it's kind of interesting how like different it is than from this year.
Correct.
Right? I actually think there's a lot of talent in this draft. Just not
this one?
Yeah. I don't think it's built like that draft. Like you can't compare it.
No, it's not.
There could be 5 starters, quarterbacks coming out of that draft last year. That's kind of crazy.
Correct. 6 of them were drafted in the first round. First time in what? How many years? 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first round?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen McCarthy yet, but they all could be starting next year.
Correct. 100%.
But this year, I think the strength is going to be a little different. I think the defensive line looks really solid. I think the running back room is deep in this draft.
Oh, big time! I think that's the biggest deep position that you have is running back.
I think wide receivers sneak good.
It's better than last year.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping on the receivers. There's a bunch of them they look like they can play.
Right.
So I'm impressed by that, but there's a handful of cornerbacks that look legit. Right? Maybe not super deep at that position, but
right.
It's safety again, looks like, we're at 560. Edge rushers, they don't look like, you're going to see like a Myles Garrett in this draft. I don't think.
No.
I don't think there's anything like that here. No. But I think there's some very serviceable guys that are in this draft. Like the kid out of, what's his name? Out of Marshall.
Marshall edge rusher. Oh, yeah. I know.
Everybody's seen the video. It went viral. He was, matched up against a first-round graded tackle in drills, and he just flattened him.
Yep.
And after that practice, withdrew from the Senior Bowl.
Yeah. Right. That was
message sent.
Right. A lot of people weren't privy to the guys, that were pulling people out of games. Like, nah, we want him. Get him out of there. Keep him healthy. Yeah, that happened on a few occasions. People didn't know about it. So, yep.
Yeah, and then obviously the Penn State.
Oh yeah, Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
everybody wants him. I think he's, like you said, I think he possibly goes one. Who's number one again?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like I've heard, typical pre-draft nonsense. Like I feel like there's a lot of like misinformation floating around now.
Yep.
I still I honestly don't believe Tennessee's gonna bypass a quarterback and roll with Levis or try and draft somebody later. To me, that doesn't. I don't see a starter
right
later, unless their plan is to go after like Jackson Dart, top of the second round.
Yep.
But my guess is that Dart isn't going to make it to the second round.
Man, Rick, I don't want you to be right, man. I don't know why, but Rick, I don't want Sam Darnold to be brought in. I do want us to draft a quarterback, though. Yes. I hope you're right about that. We definitely should be drafting a quarterback. But I don't want Sam Darnold. I would stick with ALC. I honestly would. I know that's suicide, but
I just don't know.
That's what I would do. I would stick with him and just see if you can get a formidable backup, long-term backup, somebody that can win you some games in clutch.
I don't know if he can live in your division.
Right. I agree. It's just so rough, bro. It's the hardest division in football,
dude. It's a problem.
It's a big time problem.
And I hear all this like hate on Khalil Mack. Yeah. Nobody wants the dude.
Please.
You know what happens when nobody wants you? Yeah. You end up on the Chiefs, dude.
Oh, Jesus. No. He went to the Chiefs. That would be pretty much a wrap.
Well, what do you think's happening? All this talk is driving down his value right now.
That would be bad news for us.
He does. If it gets to the point where he gets signed with the Chiefs for not much less than what he's going to get on the open market,
it would be bad news for us.
He's going to go there.
It would be bad news for us. Go Broncos.
Plus I still think he's got. Has he?
Go Broncos.
Has he licked his wounds from being dealt from the Raiders, or
no, not at all.
I mean, that might be fuel enough, right? Another opportunity to get in there and kick the
Cream cheese versus who the F voted on that list? You must be talking about our lovely poll that we have up. It's still available for people to, you know what I'm saying? Vote. Type in 1 for the Thunder, 2 for the Lakers.
Throw your pick on there, cream cheese. Who are you picking?
3 for the Mavs, right? 4 for the Nuggets, 5 for the Warriors, and 6 for the Timberwolves. Gotta love that Raiders and Broncos rivalry. You're absolutely right, my guy. I adore it, man, and it's one of the things I love to hate the most. You donkeys. I do appreciate you for showing up, though. And, yeah, hope you enjoy the content, man. Like you say, it's a great rivalry, man. I'll always welcome the Bronco fans to the building.
I didn't even think of that. Denver, Khalil Mack could be interesting.
Right.
Cream cheese is on 1.
Hey, cream cheese in the building. Thunder, which is what a lot of people think is going to win it, period, across the board. They think they're going to beat your boys, man.
No.
Yeah. Celtics, if I had to put money on it right now, it's absolutely going to be the Celtics. For sure.
OKC's going to have a hard time getting out of the West.
I agree. I mean, and that's where I think you have a valid point, meaning that whoever comes out of the West, they're going to be so beat It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to come with another series against a team that strong. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll just say that. Like, people are going to pay attention to basketball in the second half of the season now. Like,
100%.
This trade deadline is going to bring a lot of eyes to the league. So
the Broncos have.
This is when the season starts, anyways. After the trade deadline's done,
right? In the 40 games, that's where it gets started. The Broncos have the best defensive line in the league. I don't think so.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, I don't even think y'all come close. I would say Chiefs before you, just not even looking. I'd say the Detroit Lions before you without even looking when healthy.
I might lean Eagles.
Yeah, definitely Eagles with Jalen Carter. Oh, jeez, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a good. You're clearly a Bronco fan. Clearly.
Yeah. Cleveland.
Definitely Cleveland. Cleveland might absolutely have.
I mean, Cleveland's a case study in mismanagement. But their defense is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, real good. Yeah, they've always, and that's the funny thing, right? They've always been real good defensively for sure.
They've always had a lot of talent, different positions. They just never had someone that could bring it together.
Correct.
The Chiefs have a very underrated defensive line, though.
It's still with Chris. It's nasty.
Chris Jones alone is a problem.
Is a defensive line. That in itself.
But Karlaftis is pretty nasty too, and he doesn't really get much run.
Roll up because of Chris Jones is he's a problem, man. I thought at one point we had a chance to possibly
most pressures and sacks.
Oh yeah,
they're good. The Broncos have a good defensive line.
Absolutely, yeah, they definitely have a good defensive line. I mean, it helps to have the best defensive back ever too. I mean, you know. That kind of helps. That definitely helps. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
But we'll see. We're on a new year now.
Exactly. This season is over for us. Over. Man, I thought we would be at halftime right now. Still got 2 seconds left. It's good timing, though, because we went 2 hours, so. There it is.
Yeah.
I missed it. There goes halftime. So, yeah. Well.
20-point lead.
Yeah. This has been a great show, man.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Absolutely.
Somebody voted for the Nuggets.
I mean, it's a safe pick. Best player in the league.
Nuggets, yeah. Joker, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right. Basketball is going to start picking up now. It's definitely going to start.
Especially after once the Super Bowl's wrapped, like everybody's going to focus on that.
Yep.
Then they'll start looking at the NFL draft.
Yep.
Combine.
Yep.
Right. Baseball will start getting heated up again in another month.
Yep.
You spring training coming on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So, we get to see what the 2025 version of the LA Dodgers looks like.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
That sick animal.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Hey, and shout out to those Gopher girlies this weekend, man. We got a tough situation ahead of us on Saturday night.
What's the matchup look like?
We are heading into the Denzel, Michigan State.
Where are they ranked?
They are ranked really high. I want to say Michigan State is ranked 6th in the nation right now.
Wow.
And again, I like to explain rankings in gymnastics because I think it would bring more awareness and people would actually pay a tad more attention to it. it's not based on how you feel or tiebreakers, etc. Because the way that they score, it's almost impossible to get a tie score. I don't know how that works. I'm sure there's something to it, but you're ranked based on your score, what you put out there, man. The way it works out, you got 6 girls, right? And 5 out of those 6 scores count, whichever the best 5 are, and it's every week. And whoever has the most points, right? That's how they rank you out. And currently, Minnesota, we are ranked 16th, I believe, in the nation, and Michigan State is ranked 6th. They've lost to, I want to say, UCLA and one other powerhouse. And we are undefeated. Yes, sir.
Keep it going.
Is at the top of the Big Ten. Last year, we lost the Big Ten by a 10th of a point. A 10th of a point, ladies and gentlemen. So they are looking, they are out for blood Saturday. These girls remember, and they're not happy, right? Because that's a ring. That is their ring. That was their ring. Luckily to us, they've got a few fifth-year seniors that can come back and get their revenge. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And it should be a good matchup, man. So, I get to run into my old offensive line coach, Jim Mihalacek. Shout out to Coach Jim Mihalacek and Mrs. Mihalacek. Really cool story about them is they met in college at Montana State. I'll never forget that. She was the volleyball coach. He was offensive line coach, and before you know it, 2 kids later, marriage, all that good stuff, man, they're still kicking it. So super excited to see them over this weekend. My old quarterback stomping ground. Shout out to Tony Banks. I know his son's being recruited at Michigan State as well. I mean, obviously, right? Go figure.
No doubt.
He probably got a freaking free walk on for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a good fun weekend, man. You got any plans coming up?
We have my son's got a baseball tournament in Dallas this weekend.
Hey, shout out to Jack.
And my daughter's got a volleyball tournament.
Hey, Bella on the volleyball. She tall now, huh? Probably taller than me, man.
Yeah, she's like 5'8".
Yeah, taller than me.
Taller than you.
Too funny. Nah, that's what's up, man. That's good, man. I like hearing all our kids are out there getting it done, man. Yeah, that's right, too. Shout out to my guy, man, Trayson. Trey Day, man, big day in track. That's right. I've been meaning to say I was going to bring that up. Man, y'all, track in Texas. Track in Texas, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to tell you. It is a sight to see. I saw Flojo. I saw baby Flojo last night. And I saw the next new, I don't know what that kid was, but he's something and somebody. I had this conversation with Spence earlier. Man, track in Texas is a different breed, and I'm pretty positive, right? It's just like all across Texas, not just Austin, right? You're talking 7th grade boys, right? 4x4. 4x400, right? So every kid runs a 1 lap around relay. They've never even competed ever. They've never had training. 4 minutes and 18 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. That's what my son's 4x4 did. Just to give you all an understanding, you're talking an elite 7th grade team that's been training for probably a year or 2. Everybody's got form, etc. That's 4:10. That's 4 minutes and 10 seconds. They're only 8 seconds off. Never even ran track.
That's awesome.
And I'm telling you, that's just the Pflugerville area. Cedar Park, right? Dripping Springs. It's everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Round Rock, Manor. I am blown away at what I witnessed last night in track. The complete opposite of basketball in the state of Texas. It's tough. And I mean, what's your thoughts? I want to hear how you feel about basketball here. Because you've had to go to it more than me, Spence.
Basketball in Texas there's a lot of talent here. I know you don't like this whole shot clock thing, but there is a crazy amount of talent in Texas for basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen David Robinson's son play.
Really?
Wow. I mean, lots and lots and lots of NBA players. I've seen their kids play.
Yeah. It's tough to watch, though. You got to admit it. You got to admit it's tough to watch.
It's, you know what? I mean,
maybe I just got a bad game. I don't know. It was bad.
Maybe. I mean, you have the possibility of really spreading a team out, right? Like, my kid's team does that sometimes when they got a lead going down the stretch at the end of a game. Like they'll go to corners.
Exactly.
And if you can run corners, you can really kill
a whole quarter. You can kill a whole quarter.
Yeah. So, yeah. But, I mean, inevitably, like, they're kids. They mess it up.
Right. They do. Oh, all the time. They get caught, right? They always try to dribble out of
they try to dribble. They try to hold it too long, and the double team gets there.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But, yeah, I agree. Like, it would be nice if we had a shot clock. That would probably help a lot.
It would.
But it's not hurting the product.
Right.
The kids that I've seen, they play fast, they play up and down.
Yeah.
And I mean, they can play.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I know I know it was a rough game. And some of the kids in that game, like you said, you could tell that they had that ability. It was just like they were being held back. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? So shout out to those kids for being disciplined, listening to their coach, because that's exactly what it looked like. Obviously I've been traveling
you're
a lot.
Not lying about track and field, man. Like we had a kid at our school. He was player of the year every year here in high school. Track guy.
I'm telling y'all, I am blown. You will never have to twist my arm to ask me to go to a track meet. I'm telling you that right now. I'm still blown away. No question. I'm mad. I'll be in Salt Lake for work next week. I'm mad as I don't know what I'm missing the next meet.
This place is fertile with like ex-professional athletes. Like they are all over the place.
Yes.
Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go.
Yeah, in fact, UT, right? They got a homegrown. Guess who homegrown that they got from Hendrickson High himself? Marion. Remember Marion Jones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Her son. He's on scholarship track and field.
All right.
At UT Austin. Go
Marion Jones.
You're right. There's just, it's littered. It's littered. I mean, you got P. Ryan. He'll be playing in the Super Bowl, right? Sunday, he's in the Super Bowl.
His brother was in the league, too.
Yeah, his brother's in the league. Parents live right here. Literally right here, a couple of streets over. They still live here, haven't moved. It's crazy. It's the talent in Texas is wild. I mean, and the amount of kids that you have to beat out to even just make it on some of these teams. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's brutal. And that was the other thing, man. I feel sorry for some of these kids that just want to play because good luck. I'm just the athletes that it's crazy. It's crazy. All I can tell you is if you ever get a chance, to come to. I don't care where you are into. It can be Texas, or it can be in the middle of nowhere. I can assure you, you are going to find a track star, one way, shape, or form. Yeah. And it's gonna blow you. It's gonna blow your mind. I can assure it. It's
yeah. You'll see them everywhere. Corpus, Houston, Dallas, Austin, everywhere. San Antonio,
Taylor, Texas, everywhere. Taylor. East Texas is. Yeah. Or Tyler, Texas.
Yeah, Tyler.
Everywhere. Taylor is right east, up the street, but Tyler's east. Yeah, it's Tyler.
Like, what about West Texas football? Like
El Paso.
Like you've seen Friday Night Lights, right?
Yes. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Crazy. If anybody ever drives through that area where they did Friday Night Lights, that's right. West Texas, like Northwest Texas.
Odessa.
Odessa, Permian. Like
yeah,
there is nothing up there.
Nothing.
And yet they're like manufacturing football players
all day
long,
breeding them out there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. All right, man. Well, hey, this was a great show as always. We will be bringing that heat after the Super Bowl. We will, for sure, be giving a huge recap on that, how we feel. You know, all those good things.
Go Eagles.
Basketball is, yes, go Eagles. Go Eagles. Basketball's heating up, right? Boxing. Where you at, Angelo? Boxing is really, really about to be big, right? I mean, although I did think I just saw that the Canelo Crawford fight is now off from what I saw. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's things are heating up. Things are looking good. And we're gonna be here to give y'all all this commentary, all our thoughts, opinions, and chop it up with the rest of you fans, man. Just like us being fans. So
that's it. We'll get deep on the draft as we get closer to it.
Yes, you already know that's coming in a heartbeat. Like, that the whole mock draft thing. Spence and I are going to get at that tough. I mean, I can already see we'll probably do one for everything. We're going to get crazy with it. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I enjoy my.
I'm working on learning the players right now. I got to watch.
Yes.
I got to watch some film. See what I see.
Yes. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, as always, you know how we get out of here. Until the next time.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em. Peace.
Decomposing your big